16 playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to SoFi Stadium, the home of the LA Rams and Chargers, right here in Inglewood, California. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, Penn State Nittany Lions. For Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. He's going to hand this off. Breaking free at the 35. The tackle at the 48. Solid game. Nice play there.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. All the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
On 1st and 10, look at the throw. Orders from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
That may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, well, you might as well just keep attacking just like that.
Here's the toss play now, running left. First down, looking for more now. And he steps out of bounds with a solid gain there on the ground.
They're at the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense now behind the sticks on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And now the clock comes up. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside. Give him a couple of choice words on the importance of ball security.
Pressure is coming. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Could take it all the way. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looks pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. Nothing is more gratifying for a defense? To be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First down. We're going to throw the football. Right by the receiver. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
On the move now. It's a deep shot to the right. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape, poke loose from the pocket, and put the ball on a string. Just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Gets made on the out route. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, it's play action. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They'll get him down with a big gainer to the 42.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So we reach the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And he drops back in the gun. Bringing pressure. And he just throws it away.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Caught quickly. Breaks into the clear. Force out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Pitches to the back. Touchdown, LSU. They strike first in this national title bout. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? pass caught. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but a big play for 46.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, handed off inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a man. Quick throw to his receiver. What a catch! They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
The Nittany Lions have first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play! Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that fifth defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Looking for a deep completion. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looking to pass here on second down. With room to run. He's in the clear. Tackle made quickly, but a big shot play for this offense through the air.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A big throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go.
Oh, a fumble here. Can you believe it? Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
What a great job by this defense of stringing out that option and making the quarterback hesitant on whether to keep or to pitch. And because he was hesitant, it allowed the defense to get to him to knock that ball loose.
Running back with the football. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense going on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The pocket breaking down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Nittany Lions will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. He's past the marker and still going. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the
took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Looks left and finds his target there. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's bad. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The offense will take their first time out of the half. The touch strategy here.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Using his legs on the scramble. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
And that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
End zone ahead. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. There he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Second down, we're going to throw it. This time it's complete. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that win.
He cannot escape. It's a sack. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback drops back. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. There's the handoff. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And he'll leave the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and medium. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Now will pick up the first down. A spot at 38.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down.
Now, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sight. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down in the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
And the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State, as they answer with their first score of this title game. Who says he needed explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defensive coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
Already fumbles. The defense has got it. They bring him down after a
coach and the offensive coordinator told the offense before they ran out on the field, guys, hold on to the ball. The only way they get back into it is we turn it over. It's exactly what they've done, and now the opponent has an opportunity to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch downfield. Goes out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Slings right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Catch made by the tight end. They bring him down, but that's enough for a 1st down. The clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Going absolutely nowhere with a loss on the play.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. It's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a bring him in the end zone in that clutch moment.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25.
squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Catch made on the right side. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Going for his running back. And they get to completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a game here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to chuck it again. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
That is hours and hours of practice right here by this receiver. Great job of not only going up and making the catch, but do you have the awareness to come down and get the toe down at the side of the end zone? That is a thing of beauty by the receiver for a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kurt, to take a shot here. Pass complete. It's second down now. The running back here on a direct snap. They make the stop. Not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder. Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Makes a tackle into the clear. Only heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? Here's a target, and it's complete. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? On third down. He drops to throw. Here's the target, and it's complete. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You've taken away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
The ball's incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Working clock with the ground game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Yeah, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again or roll the dice, throw the football knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Defense is coming after him. Caught, completion. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, you go through the grind that this team has gone through, you learn to realize that your quarterback's going to be able to deliver on critical down and distances. There you go, third down. Big-time opportunity to put this game away. They convert, and I think that may do it.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. And they'll stop him after a short game.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. First down and more. He's still running. They make the tackle, but that first down should be the puncher. Our new national champions. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Short connection with the tight end here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The shotgun running play call. Breaks loose at the 40. Here he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
What a huge score here by this offense late in the game. This touchdown makes it a two-possession game with under a minute to go.
Extra point up and good. A two-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Running out of time in the pocket. Probably trapped him for a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game, but how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Pressure is coming. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
The ball falls to the ground to be half a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys to go out there and leave no doubt. Same mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the LSU Tigers.